Here's my out of the well, actually, we're gonna spoil a little thing for Fantastic Four, but before we do, we have a Pedro Pascal sign. Whoa! Oh my God! Oh, you know what? We'll be right back. Yeah. Oh, we had a Pedro Pascal sighting that looked a lot like Chris Gore last night. I don't know. Could it be El Chris Goro impersonating as Pedro Pascal? Did you guys see that? I'll be playing I got some videos from you guys last night. So good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening. It is our Fantastic Four spoilers talk, comic book talk. We're going to bring in a comic book friend of ours in a little while, all about Fantastic Four. And look, right in time, I got my shirt. I got one for my dad, one for me. Right in time. Boom. I love it. Okay, I'm blaming Chris Gore. I blame Chris Gore for that. Can you guys see and hear me now? Soon as we start playing Chris Gore videos, soon as we start, can you hear me now? Am I better? Give me the thumbs up in the chat. Wow. I'm telling you, I got so thrown off by the antics that these guys were doing last night that that's why we're here, because I felt my out of the theater review was the video was was just too much. All right, let me let's play a couple little videos for you guys. So I mean, we had a good this was a last minute invite I had gotten. I was the plus one for Rosa, and it was during the day where she said, hey, can you want to make it? I'm like, yes, because I wasn't planning on making it. So look who else was there afterwards. I mean, I talked to them before, but we all had fun. Check this out. All right, we're doing it. I'm doing an intro to my video, but this is all you guys get. Okay, same. And I apologize to Mrs. Narada because I was planning to be there for dinner before the movie. Couldn't make it. Couldn't happen. I'm so happy that I was able to make the screening. Okay, let me play another video. I mean, these guys were wild, and these guys, I mean, well, you're gonna see. So here's me trying to be all serious. Well, come on, I wasn't that serious. But I was having fun. These guys were definitely having fun. All right, these guys are definitely having fun. Here we go. All right, so here's my out of the. Well, actually, we're gonna spoil a little thing for Fantastic Four, but before we do, we have a Pedro Pascal sighting. Whoa! I mean, how can you concentrate with that? I couldn't concentrate at all, man. So I thought it'd be kind of fun. I loaded this with some music. So whenever we get a super chat, we will play this for you guys. So we'll play this for you guys. Here's the super chat video. All right, go. I mean, that's wow. That's not even right, man. Whoa. I got it at the ready. All right, let's say hi to some people that are here. And let me scroll on back. Julissa was the first. She's a member of the channel. What's happening? Efren Guzman, good morning. Agent, what is that? 570,000 DMs. Chris Gore's commentators are ripping him for not licking the glow stick. Oh, God. I'm frozen again? Oh, no. What is going on? How can I know? I can't be frozen again. No. Anyways, you have no audio there. Yeah, no. Oh, I was reading an old comment. All right. Pedro is everywhere now. Sweet. Okay, who else is here? Doc. What's up, Doc? Yeah, it left me speechless. No, not really. Gonzalo. There. Oh, I'm good. Tommy's here. I'm going to send you the invite. Get on in here. Hola, amigo. Hey, what's up, Nermigo? Good to have you guys. Yeah, so with those kind of antics, man, I could not concentrate. So that's why we're here, which is fine. And we also had our audio non-spoiler discussion with Rosa. Let's play one more. I got to tell you, man, because Nerdrotic, Film Threat, they're all going to San Diego. I could not make it, but so it was just great to see these brothers here, man. And I'm just really bummed out. I didn't get a chance to have that meal with them. I'll call Gary today. I think they're in town one more day. I think they're going to San Diego tomorrow, so maybe we can grab some burritos. And my brother Gary, my sober brother in arms, saw me in the theaters. We gave each other a big hug, and he's like, "How you doing?" And he's like, "Are you grateful?" I'm like, "Man, I'm always grateful." So it's just good to see that hermano. When in doubt, cast Pedro Pascal or Chris Pratt. Hey. All right, so let's just do this, man. Before we get into it, why don't we see what they're saying on hashtag fantastic4.com, because it's we got a review up. We got Rosa's review up. It's also on Rotten Tomatoes. Let's share this. All right. Cool. All right, here's what they're saying. Fantastic Four is the most visually stunning and stylistically entertaining Marvel film I had seen, and it's actually good. I cried twice, both times with Vanessa Kirby delivering scenes that should go down in the MCU history books. It's a tribute to moms and to an undying hope. It looks like this person was at the same cast as us. Visually stunning and stylistically entertaining Marvel film I hadn't seen. It's the best. That's what they're saying. I'd have to agree. And not counting Deadpool and Wolverine last year, this is like visually and musically, pacing too. This is the best Marvel film in years. I'm trying to think when's the last one that I fully enjoyed. It's got to be Infinity Wars, right? You know, but this one's so different. It really is. It's such a standalone. This really should have come out and been produced like when Iron Man came out. That's how I'm seeing it. Pedro Pascal is the new Sean Bean. Anyways, hey, do me a favor, share the link. I retweeted it on X. It'd be great if you could share it. We're only on YouTube today, so however you can share it, that would be wonderful. Let's get some more people's in here. What else we got here? Task the old nerdy bastard, the Fantastic Four 2015 casting, seeing all the other versions meet up together without them. Okay. Chris Parker saw it. The MCU nailed it. The stake hadn't felt this high in a long time. All four members of the team play the roles exceptionally and share perfect chemistry. Galactus is a spectacle and that must be seen in IMAX. Best balance of tone in the MCU films. Love so much. Listen, I gotta say, what I did appreciate about this film is that it took itself seriously. There was humor in it, but it wasn't a joke. They didn't, they weren't putting down, their own heroism, their own situation. No, it was on that tip, it was handled very well, which was also refreshing because you hadn't seen that in a long time as well. So I do agree. I have some issues with not Galactus being there, but how they handled Galactus at the end of the day. So yeah, all right. Let me see. What else we got? Adam Patla. Fantastic Four is my favorite MCU project since WandaVision. Incredible craftsmanship and visual design and display bolstered by pitch-perfect performances, especially from Kirby and Pascal. The movie story on parenthood, a moving story on parenthood and trying to soften the world for your child. And that score, yeah. I mean, I don't know about WandaVision, but it was incredible craftsmanship, visual design. I agree. I also agree that this cast did a fantastic job. We're going to be saying that a lot. They were solid, man. And people who had problems with the casting of Pascal, it's like he was good, man. I wasn't happy with the back seat that Reed played sometimes. No one put him down. There was no emasculating of him, but he's Reed Richards, and I wasn't. I thought the writing was for Vanessa, and when I say that, it was really layered more for Sue Storm, which hey, I didn't have a problem with. It was fantastic, in what she was having to go with. And it wasn't a thing where she's saving everybody. Everyone was saving everyone. She was definitely more the leader. And so some people might have a problem with that. Some people had a problem with that. Some people might have a problem with that. Ollie says, and these are people I assume have seen the movie, like we did. Fantastic Four is an absolute blast from start to finish. Matt Shakeman gives the best direction found on the MCU movie with great action and character beats. The surprise cameo from Green Arrow is a welcome one. As a secret Galactus hero, he stole the show. What? The surprise cameo from Green Arrow? I don't think that's correct, guys. There is a cameo mid-season credit. All right, so I think you're getting the gist here, right? I think also too, as of right now, it's rating pretty high in regards to Rotten Tomatoes, which, listen, you can take it or leave it. A lot of people do use it as a will I go see it or will I won't? Right now it's at 87%. How many? The curse is broken. That's funny. Let me see. Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, here we go. Debuts with 88%. That's 42 reviews, including Film Threats and ours, which it's probably going to go down. Maybe it won't. I mean, it is critics. I could see the critics eating it up. So there you have that. Right? All right, I have my guest in here. But before we get to that, Ron is right. Is a girl boss woke mess, isn't it? It's a girl boss woke mess, isn't it? No, it's not. It's actually not. Girl boss woke mess means that she can do no wrong. She does no wrong. Nothing's earned. Everything's given to her, and she's putting everyone down as she's saving everybody. That is not this movie at all. You can argue that Reed Richards isn't the leader in this particular adventure, but I'm curious, and we're gonna dive into a little bit more as to moving forward. Cynthia Carter's here. Do you think they set up for Reed to grow into the leadership role? Hello, just joined. Is this a spoiler review? No, not yet. And we will let you know spoilers. We'll have those banners up, buddy. But good to see you. Smash the like. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Thanks for being here. On the scale of Thor to Marvels, Tommy, you got the invite, bro. That sounds like a shill review. Which one, buddy? Which one? Full disclosure, we went to the media screening last night. It was free IMAX, free popcorn, free what do you call it? Drink. And we also got this nifty swag, which I gave away to our best friend last night, because she really deserves it. She's most of the time, she's like the reason I can even go to these things, because she comes and takes care of our dogs, and so we had to give it to, and she freaked out when she saw this gift. She freaked out. All right, watch this, guys. So we're here at the screening. We're not showing faces. We're just showing you the box. That's a box. We got a box. Right, we are given one per outlet. So Rosa got it. She gave it to me. Thank you, Rosa. What if it's a boom? Oh, look at this. Fantastic
Look at
Four
that.
Viewmaster.
I don't think I've had a visor since I was a.
I meant to say Viewmaster. I
And
said
that's what you
visor.
watch it through. But here, watch. There you go.
Pretty cool. And you know what else is cool is our buddy Mark D with the C.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
So I got dressed up for the occasion. So we're
Yeah,
gonna
you're looking
hot and
hey, put it on, man.
I got here's the here I can pretend to be Ben. Where's my sunglasses, right?
All hail to clobbering times, man.
Clobbering times, yep. So whenever I wear this hoodie out, well, I usually wear it just to Comic-Con, but everyone's like,
look what I just got.
That's awesome. I love that shirt. Classic Kirby. Yep.
Yeah, bro. And as I was saying, Kirby got a lot of love in the film. And then I was showing this the visor.
You didn't get two of them because I want the second one. No, you just got one, right?
You know, listen, even Nerdrotic didn't get one because he was a +1 of Chris. So, you know, you might want it, maybe eBay.
Yeah, I'm sure eBay will.
But listen, guys, Rosa Parras was kind enough to give this to me. And most of the time, I can only go to things because of the help of our best friend Kimberly, and she was over, and when she saw this, she freaked out because she's like one of us, man. She's like, you know, she loves the retro gadgets and the OG. So I go, I think you're gonna love this more than Superman, this movie, you know. So that was it. So it's clobber time. That's right, baby.
Yeah, and this shirt is actually
nice. Oh, look at you! You got ready, buddy.
So that's actually Mike's shirt. So at his
memorial
service. Yep. Let me go back. Yep.
And now Tom is spewing out expletives over in our family friendly.
Not advisors of Viewmaster. Yeah. Let me take this off. This is hot. And someone just posted that Ozzy passed away. Is that true? I mean,
oh man, wait, why? Don't derail my. Don't.
No, I know, but
I know, but listen,
I'm derailing you. But
it's that. Hold on, see.
I just want to make sure. You know,
he's passed away.
Oh, son of a! Right after that final concert, my God.
All right.
Well, I don't want you to derail, but
really quick. Well, you did it. Next time, Death News just in the private chat.
I know it's in the.
All right, here we go. It's on Fox News. Shocking. Ozzy Osbourne, rest in peace. Ozzy Osbourne dies just weeks after farewell show. Okay. Yeah. I mean, how old was this vato?
Well, he lived 76. Many lives considering the what he imbibed.
Ozzy Osbourne just passed away, 76.
Crap.
Whoa. You got really. So we just learned that one of our clients does Ozzy's wigs, and that Ozzy and one of the wigs is over there at the house that Romy was just at. Go ahead. You want to say any words
on Ozzy? Oh, just what a great you talk about these people like you know them or you're sad, but it is, it's the end of an era. And if you grew up loving Black Sabbath and heavy metal, he is one of those pioneers. And of course, with Randy Rhoads, who tragically died on tour with Ozzy, the plane crash, they were trying to buzz the tour bus. Ozzy was, just in the 80s and 70s, just the personality. And then when he had his, his show on the, the Osbourne show.
Yeah, kind of like New Generation
got to know him, and Sharon. And I always remember the line when he moved in that house and he's trying to get the TV to work, and the guy fixes him up with this fancy TV, and he's like, Jack, I just want to watch the bleeping History Channel. I get the History Channel on. Yeah. So yeah, God bless Ozzy. I guess.
Listen, when you rock that hard. Rockers don't live. It's very rare that they live a long life. 76 is a long life for this guy. A lot of these guys, like Bowie, Prince, Cobain, obviously way too young, Cornell. So, hey, you know what? And it sounds like he got to live some sober years as well. because
And I believe he had Parkinson's disease as well too. So that can.
All right, well there you go. There you have it. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, we can switch gears back to the Fantastic Four. So I have been trying to eat healthy.
Hey! I'm the host.
You're the
guest.
Host?
You're the guest. You hold on, buddy.
Hold on.
We could do this. We can do that. Look at this guy coming in.
Look at this guy.
It's coming in twice. Jen,
I got something cool to show you. Well, you go. It's your show. I apologize. All right.
He did. I love a song, Mr. Crowley. Yeah, that was fun. I know, right? Look at this vato trying to take over. Man.
Yeah. Boot me. Just kick me out. Clobber me out of here.
Okay. All right. Hey, Rachel. Good to see you. What's up, girl? Good to see you, my friend. We got a couple of super chats, so you know what that means. We're going to be playing that Chris Gore video. Maverick Pilgrim comes in for $5. I just want to say I'm loving your reviews, Paulie. You are the reason I got excited to see Superman. I had fun. Awesome. Hey. And just for that, you're going to be the first to get this. That is so disturbing.
Worth $5.
That is so disturbing. Listen, super chat, and we will play that mother out. Jen comes in with $19.99. Here's my issue with going to movies today. And thank you, Maverick, by the way. That's kind words. And Jen, who's an MVP of the channel, they're entirely too expensive. I'd rather be patient and wait than I could buy the movie on digital and own it for the same price I would pay for a movie theater ticket. I get it, Jen. I get it. However, there's certain films you do need to see on the big screen. F1, and I'm giving Tom Connors shit because he did not go to see it on a big screen. He's like, oh, I'm going to wait on my 5K, my 4K, my this, that, and my blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bro, you're missing out. Jen, go see F1 IMAX. Thoughts there, Mark, before I play this video game.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on seeing movies?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean,
that's not what I said.
Yeah.
Too bad.
They removed it from IMAX.
You had time. It's so good on IMAX, bro. F1 is amazing on IMAX.
You get such a better experience in the movie theater if no one is talking to the phones are off.
Yeah.
And sometimes when like I always go to the Dolby Digital or the IMAX, so it's the mini AMC IMAX. But hopefully the higher price keeps the riffraff out sometimes. But you can't duplicate that at home. I mean, unless you're have a bazillion dollars and have like your own movie theater. But even with a nice TV and I have a decent setup, there's nothing like going to the movie. Plus, the other thing is too, you're there, you're off your phone. Like when I'm watching a movie at home, my wife is always like, "Put the phone down. Stop looking up stuff on the movie." So you're immersed in that experience.
I mean, last night, Rosa let me pick out the seats, middle section, middle row, IMAX for Fantastic Four, and then you had all these huge YouTubers, influencers, whatever you call them, Real Rejects. All Heroes Reforged, all these other Nerdrotic, Film Threat, they're all in the same row because we got there early. Thank you once again, Rosa. And it was great to watch a movie like that, man. You know what I mean? All right. Well, Jen, thank you so much. This is for you.
I have a feeling you're going to keep playing that for years to come.
I love the big screen experience. Some movies require it for full effect. Well, I was trying to do my out of the movie video like I usually do. So me and Rosa recorded our audio. No spoilers. That's been up. But then I'm trying to do the video and these guys are jacking around and behind me. Nerdrotic is like grabbing like the poster of Sue Storm and being all lewd. Oh my god.
He did an Al Franken.
Yeah, that was stroke inducing.
So is there a review embargo for a couple of days, or
No, it's out. It's lifted. We can.
Oh, it's lifted. You can talk.
We're
You can
gonna
talk.
read
Okay.
Rosa's review, and then I think from that maybe we can, I can ask you questions. You can ask me questions.
Yeah.
My matinee ticket is $70, $7 in indie cinema out in the sticks. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So, what were you going to say? You wanted to share something. Go ahead. Let's
Oh,
share.
well, yeah. So I've been trying to eat a little bit healthier these days, and I was in the grocery store buying stuff, and I was going to buy some low fat milk, but then I came across this.
Oh my God. What the?
I'm in the store today. I'm like,
No.
Pedro is selling blue milk. There's no way I'm not
What
buying blue
the
milk. Suck
freak,
it, Luke
man.
Skywalker. Pedro is selling true blue milk.
I mean,
Fantastic berry.
we are in full cardiac mode here. This is so disturbing.
So I knew I had to get this. And I also had Sue Storm on the Sue Storm was on the bottle too. I didn't buy the Sue Storm. Maybe next time I'll go back.
That's what Reed said.
That's what Reed said. Yeah, so I don't know if it's as good as the Star Wars blue milk, but yeah, I saw this and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, Pedro with the blue milk. So.
Mark Hamill's gonna sue. Gross. Gross. Wow. Okay. Why don't we bring up Rosa's review? How about that? And you can read this at thelatinoslant.com. Heroic Fantastic Four First Steps explores the themes of hope, family, and parenthood. In the latest edition of Cinematic Universe, Fantastic Four Steps has finally been released. I have to admit a few things. I'm approaching this film without having seen any previous versions of Fantastic Four and without having read any comic books. Therefore, this film serves as my introduction to these characters. That's interesting, Mark, because we don't have that luxury. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to call it baggage, but I was talking to a normie the other day, and like, well, there's always been a female Silver Surfer. I'm like, well, really, she was just in Earth X in a few panels and issue 3 of the Hercules third limited series, and she's looking at me like, my head is screwed on wrong. I'm like, well, I do have 20,000 comic books in my basement. So on the one hand, yeah, you got to go into a movie and you got to expect that they're going to change things and live with that. But you want the true spirit of the character to come through, where you recognize that character from the books.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's put this up here. I'm gonna get rid of that. Yeah, that's nice and framed. Directed by Mac Shakeman, starring Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach, Julie Gardner, and Ralph Ineson. Set against the vibrant backdrop of a 60s-inspired retro-futuristic world. The film follows Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm as they face the most daunting challenge yet. Forced to balance their roles as heroes with the strength of their family bond, they must defend Earth from a ravenous space god called Galactus, Ralph Ineson, and his enigmatic herald, Silver Surfer, Julie Gardner. And if Galactus's plan to devour the entire planet and everyone on it weren't bad enough, it suddenly gets very personal. All right, any thoughts there, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, that's the classic setup for the FF, and then it's about issue 48, 49, 50. That's the Galactus saga, and that's that nails it. That's a great description, and that's a setup. Once they've gelled as a team, then they face Galactus. I kind of wish we had gotten either Namor or Doctor Doom first. This is kind of like the ultimate Fantastic Four story, but it sounds like they did a pretty good job.
We'll hit spoilers later because I got there.
Well, we know Galactus is in it, so
no. But what you just said, I got something for you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're trying not to spoil it for Maverick and for other people. Smash the like, people. If you guys are here for the first time, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Yeah. Not to spoil the Galactus story, but the saga in the comic book. Put a pin on that, and let's move on with this. Where do I begin? I absolutely loved this film. It beautifully depicts family, human kindness, and hope. Aesthetically, it is phenomenally executed. The use of a grainy, slightly desaturated color palette, along with the aspect ratio during television scenes, adds depth to the visuals. Additionally, the costumes and the production design are perfectly suited in the area. 100%, I agree. I mean, it was really a treat to watch. Right? Forget the drama, like forget the story, the adventure, the cast. This was so different than any of the other past Marvel films, the last 10 years, or since, like I said, since Infinity Wars. But even then, it's just different. You know what I mean, Mark?
Yeah, well, I mean, I again, I haven't seen the movie, but it looks like it's set in an alternative 60s style retro universe, which looked fantastic, pardon the pun, in the trailer. So I do love that aesthetic. And we always said all along, like the FF should be based in the 60s, the space race, building that spaceship. And, our buddy Clobberin Times, said that many times too. So we would have agreed with that. I think he might have liked the costumes. I think the costumes look really, really cool. I like the color palette, that light blue, and they did set it up to look like a retro futuristic universe, which should be the FF, and that was Kirby's vision with his fantastic machines. And if you've read any of the comics, so glad to see that the movie looks good.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's move on. The cast is simply perfect. Pascal excels as Reed Richards. Quinn portrays a younger, sometimes overlooked member of the group. Bachrach brings a tenderness to his rough exterior. However, it is Vanessa Kirby who delivers the strongest performance. She embodies what many women experience daily, being a wife, sister, and friend. Eventually, she becomes a mother who is willing to go to any lengths to protect her family. Her performance reminded me that the greatest superpower of all is motherhood. Kirby was truly exquisite. When I grow up, I want to be Sue Storm. Thoughts there?
Yeah, I mean, we keep hearing about, Sue really the leader, and the FF is a family, so they fight together and they argue over decisions. Reed is, the de facto leader, but that doesn't mean that Sue can't save the day sometimes. Ben or Johnny, they all, take their turns, but the four of them together make them stronger. And that was what was interesting about the FF when it first came out, which, first of all, it saved Marvel because Marvel Comics was going under. So FF saved Marvel. What they did differently was they showed that family dynamic, and not everyone was perfect. You could make mistakes, you could screw up, versus like a Superman or Batman. You didn't get that realistic view, as realistic a view of the superheroes. So I wouldn't say grim and rough, but it showed you like the heroes had power, had their powers, but they could also screw up. So there was humanity on the other side. So it wasn't like they were dark and depressing, like some of the the Nolan movies or some of the.
And there's none of that in this as well.
None of that, right?
Say.
Okay.
And what's interesting, obviously, I'm not a mother. I've never experienced a birth. That the having a child was really cherished in this film. And I was thinking about this in Superman. It's like we're kind of getting back to some old school values here, which I love, and protecting protecting that child and protecting the family, but also too the extended family, which is the world. I mean, Reed was a wreck trying to figure out how to save us all. It was I really appreciated that. So again, I don't think none of it is ever thrown at our face, in Min's face. Oh, you should experience childbirth. She was never like that. It was never like that. In fact, there was you know what? Let's just keep reading this, because it is interesting to see from Rosa's point of view. The antagonists in the film were quite menacing. Galactus was particularly intimidating, and I felt a genuine fear for every character. Silver Surfer also served as a compelling antagonist with an interesting storyline. Additionally, Paul Walter Hauser's portrayal of Mole Man was a standout. Every moment he was on screen was truly golden. Michael Giacchino's score was memorable and added to the overall experience. I am, for the most part, in agreement with her. This is where I have some problems, but I'd have to do spoilers to talk about my problems, so we're going to save that, Mark.
All right. Well, I won't talk. Well, Mole Man is obviously the very first. If you look at FF number 1, that's the first villain of the FF. So that's the first time I've heard that Mole Man's in it.
Yeah. So we'll save this. We'll save this. What struck me the most was the aspect of parenthood. The initial reactions upon discovery. The pregnancy felt incredibly real. I found the journey through pregnancy and the nesting period adorable to witness, as it brought back memories of my own experiences of being pregnant. Baby proofing the home, conducting various tests to ensure the baby's health, and doubting my ability to parent were all relatable feelings. The arrival of the baby brings both parents and uncles to a deeper sense of purpose. Yes, it got. It's not that it got serious, but you felt the wonderful weight of and it's a wild birth. It's a wild birth. I won't,
Well, which one isn't? I'm just kidding.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just joking in general. If you've been there, I'm fortunate enough to have kids, and it's just it's an unbelievable wild. But I'm sure, in a comic book sense, you are. But just
no, I'm talking about like in
the context
when she gives birth, where and when in the film, it's pretty wild.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. But yeah, it was really cute as far as like the nesting and getting the house ready for all that, and it really connected you to these 4 people and their relationships with each other. I mean, these guys really love each other. Fantastic! I keep saying fantastic. All right, let's keep reading Rosa's review. The delivery scene was quite dramatic. I could really feel her pain. Once the baby is born, a mother is willing to do anything to protect her child. She would go to any lengths for her family. I was particularly moved by the portrayal of a mother finding strength from deep within to the point of breaking. There was also a funny car seat joke that it was good. I gotta say, there was a guy. We'll get to it. Especially considering these men had just saved the world and yet struggled to install a car seat.
Those suckers are tough to put in the car.
Yeah, dude.
I'm an engineer. I can't get it.
Dude, you were gonna crack up. Overall, the overall story was compelling and effectively intertwined the 2 parallel storylines, culminating in a beautiful intersection. In the post-credit scene of Thunderbolts, we saw a spaceship that hinted at the foursome entering the MCU. This may have given the false impression that the film lacked stakes, but that's an absolute nonsense. The stakes could not have been higher. I was on the edge of my seat throughout the entire third act. I experienced a roller coaster of emotions. One moment I was laughing, and the next I was serious and concerned for all the well-being of the characters. By the end of the third act, I was emotionally moved and completely engrossed in this movie. Overall, Fantastic Four Steps is a fantastic film that explores themes of family, heroism, and parenthood. It's presented with heartfelt storytelling, stunning visuals, and emotional depth. The movie serves as a beautiful tribute to parents that strive to create a better future for their children. It's a strong addition to the MCU rating. 10 out of 10 from Rosa Parras. There you have it, guys. Let's get your initial thoughts to her review.
Well, I hope I agree with her, because I want this to be a great movie. And I mean, of course, I'm a crazy FF fan, and Ben Grimm and the Thing, obviously, is my all-time favorite character. So this is the first time he actually, excuse me, looks like he really should look on camera in terms of getting the Kirby look correct. And I'm hoping they have some great barbs with Ben and Johnny, because they did that right in the Fox movies. So, at a core of it, they are a family. They're Marvel's first family. So you want to have that family dynamic, and you're going to have that, emotion in there. And if you didn't have that, then the movie wouldn't be doing a good job either. If you just had a smash up, let's fight Galactus, fight the bad guys, and didn't have that relationship in there between those characters. Sue and Johnny are brother and sister. And Ben and Reed are, best friends going way back. So you've got to see that in the movie to do it right. So that's really encouraging to see. I'm not a fan of the Silver Surfer swap to Shalabal, but we'll see how they handle that.
Yeah.
when I finally see it on Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna see it again with my dad. We did get another super chat from Jen McMahon for $9.99. Russell needs to watch those first two movies. Chris Evans, enough said, she might want to skip Fan Four Stick. Ooh.
I agree with that. Yeah, Fan Four Stick is one of the few movies I actually almost walked out of, and I wish I had, and I didn't because it was supposed to be the Fantastic Four, but that was abomination of a movie. Horrible,
Yeah.
horrible, horrible.
Yeah, I'll see. The thing with those movies from the aughts, they're very forgettable for me. And I Jessica was gorgeous, obviously, but she's a terrible actor. And Vanessa is, first of all, it's written way better. And Vanessa is, an Academy caliber actor. And that's what you get. You get from all of them, you're getting some really, really great acting. I mean, what a cast. But thank you, Jen. And this glow stick is just for you. Just for you. Thank you, Jen. We love super chats. Keeps the business going.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? This and Doc, this really is this needs to be said, because the non-comic book fan, that's who Disney and Marvel who are promoting this to. So you guys and Mark and Tom and all that, much more different takes, and to me a little bit. But I think for non-comic book fans that like superhero films, maybe they like Superman, I think this is going to be the summer of superheroes, Mark. This is a totally very digestible comic book movie. You know what I mean, Mark?
Well, yeah, you got to bring in the normies, right? So as much as I'm into the weeds of the FF and know a ton about it, you got to have a movie that everyone likes, but you also don't want to alienate the longtime fans either. So there's a balance to strike there. But yeah, these things in the end, they got to make money. So you got to have something that draws in a family, like Lilo and Stitch. I finally watched that last night, and yeah, it's a great family movie. If you like the original cartoon, it's basically a remake of that with some minor changes.
I love what Dog Fortune says, right? He's like, I really appreciate Rosa's opinion as a non-comic book fan. And then this movie looks like a bag of hot garbage to me.
Well,
wow. Rachel, F the normies, come on. Come on, that's not nice.
I got to live with one, yeah.
Wow. Jen, power to the moms. I miss my mom. Yeah. And then where's Tom? So is this better than Infinity War Winter Soldier? No, absolutely not. No, and I appreciate Rosa's review. You can catch that on our website. I don't totally agree. I think I'm around a 7. Like barely a 7.
So is that like a C? Is like that a 7 out of 10? Is that a C, or is that like a C plus?
B minus, C plus, B minus. I mean, I'm giving, my Superman is like between 8 and 8.5. So 7 is pretty good. 7's pretty good. I'm not like Tom. I don't give everything a freaking 10 and an 8 and all that stuff. I gave a 7 to Superman. Okay. She said 10 out of 10. That's why I asked. Yeah, well, that's her. That's Rosa. No, it's a good question to ask, Tommy. Rosa gave Jurassic World, 3 out of 10? She couldn't stand it. Megan 2, a 5 out of 10. So our reviewer, Rosa Parras, does not like everything, right? And she did love Snow White, but like I said, she loved what's it called? Sound of Freedom. She got a lot of grief a couple of years ago for loving that film. So I stand by Rosa's reviews. That's why she's our senior writer. We love her to death. But what do you guys have to say? I hardly give anything a 10. Yeah, right, whatever. Yeah, for me, 8.5. Yeah, man. I had a great time. I've seen it 3 times. For you, it's a 6.5. I totally respect that. And Manolo, what's up, Manolo? Member of the channel, FF and Superman are tasked with similar challenge of rehabilitating the IP in the headwinds of a shrinking theater going on. It's very tough. That's why you're not getting the same. That's why I think what Superman has done box office wise, it's a completely new world than what Man of Steel did box office wise. Man of Steel did not have to battle itself. And what do I mean by that? It's already been announced when Superman's going to be on video on demand, right? Like end of August. Man of Steel didn't have that. The streaming was there, but it wasn't to where it was now, especially post-COVID with our watching behaviors. I mean, look what we were just talking about, our watching behaviors. Mark, what are your thoughts on that? Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you were stuck at home, right? And I remember the last movie I saw was Rise of Skywalker. I'm like, please God, don't let me that be the last movie I see in a movie theater.
Yeah.
So then Shang-Chi was the first one back.
Oh boy.
And and of course the Marvel trajectory hasn't been great as of late, but I think they're finally realizing they've got to have a longer release date between these movies come to video, and you got to have these big event movies to get people into the movie theater. You want people to not to wait 30 days for streaming. I mean, Megan is already streaming right now after what was that 2 weeks in the theater or 3 weeks in the theater. So then people are like, oh, why bother going to the movie theater? And so you got to get people back out, and I think the studios are slowly learning that. And I think Superman is growing, right? So it's holding on. And
yeah, I mean, let's check the numbers really
the latest. Quick. Was it up to 408 million? I think box office total.
It's up to 416 million worldwide.
No, okay, yeah.
As of today, and I'm curious. I'm going to be very curious how the normies respond to Fantastic Four and whether Superman holds on. Because it's that you got Fantastic Four, and then really it's open. You don't have a big film of this caliber for the rest of the summer, right?
Yeah, what else? I mean, Naked Gun is coming out, but that's a comedy, a small movie.
Yeah, that's
small movie.
It's not a family film. I don't think it's a family film.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else is big that's coming out that's going to be released.
Tron's not until this fall.
Okay.
Right, and these are very, very healthy numbers. 243 domestic, 173 million international, 416 worldwide. And we'll see, it's got a couple more days of being solo, and then Fantastic Four comes in.
I mean, FF is obviously going to win the weekend. That's not
right.
By how much, and how much does Superman do, and what does Jurassic World do? But these are all family films that you could take.
Right, which I think Jurassic, Superman, Fantastic Four, they're gonna do. They got weeks and weeks to chomp it up. But look at this. I mean, Jurassic World is killing it, man. And for me, it's probably the worst of these films that I've seen.
Oh yeah, and the international is huge. Yeah, the international
is huge. 652 million. All right. So let's go back a day. That's either the day before, usually is more. Look at this. F1, 464 million. This is an original story about racing starring Brad Pitt. That's encouraging. So listen, these numbers are still down compared to pre-2019. You can't compare it.
Yeah.
Right. So Queen coming in, 400 million worldwide is chump change for some blockbuster. I would say, normally I would say yes, but we're not in 2019 anymore. So it's an anomaly when a movie like does incredibly well, right? So if you're comparing this to like Top Gun Maverick, Lilo and Stitch, then yeah, it's chump change. It's not doing well. But it's Superman. It's not the big family name that it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, Superman's always been, one of the obviously the original superhero and one of the most popular superheroes. But it's something that you'd think would do really, really well with families and that popularity. So
I mean, I think. And really fast, How to Train Your Dragon, 589 million. That is not bad.
pretty darn good too. Yeah,
Pretty darn good. And they got another one. Like there's more to come. The thing with Superman, and then we're gonna get into Fantastic Four spoilers. The thing with Superman is that it is a complete reboot of DC. It's the first step. So I think, sure, they would love to make over 800 million. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think they'll take anything over 700 million would be considered a win, and then they could build from that. That's my opinion.
And hopefully they built this into the budgets now too, knowing that most movies aren't going to break that $1 billion, even though ticket prices are up. So Lilo and Stitch, hit that $1 billion mark. Of course, another family film, but that's a lot rarer these days. Where it was like almost every Marvel movie was coming out was hitting $1 billion. Even Captain Marvel hit $1 billion. Because it was sandwiched between Infinity Wars and. Those when Marvel was king of the box office. So hopefully they'll tone down the budgets and plan accordingly. But
36 of you guys here live with us just on YouTube. Make sure you have smashed the like and comment. Say hello. Carlos Alfredo Lopez, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Good to see you. And it's good to see some new faces as well. Thank you, Queen, for all your comments. And then we have members of the channel here. We got Steve Z. ¿Qué más? We have Jill, Manolo, aquí con Manolo. That's great. Thank you, guys. Memberships, man. We love our members. Carlos asked me, Paulie, do you think Soup will reach over 600 million? International box office doesn't look good yet. Yeah, definitely. It's reached over. It's at 416. We just said.
Yeah, 416. Yeah,
and it hasn't even gone to its third weekend. It's very healthy, and the word of mouth is pretty positive for normies. So, I think it's going to hit 7. Honestly, I'd be shocked if it gets over 800 million.
Do you think it won't hit 800 yet?
I'd be shocked.
Okay,
but it has the summer. It has the rest of this month, and the rest of and it has August. All right. Got another member of the channel. Tino Guzman is here. Did you see the game yesterday, my friend? Wow, we're big Dodger fans.
Go Yankees, sir. Don't boot me, but yeah.
Shohei Ohtani,
he's amazing.
Shohei Ohtani.
No, but as a fan of baseball, I mean, it's just wonderful to watch as long as he's not pitching a no-hitter and hitting home runs against your team.
Well, it's always going to be against your Yankees because they suck. But Shohei starts the game pitching, right? And he gives up a home run. At the bottom of the first, Mookie walks. Shohei comes up and hits a 2-run homer. The announcer loses his mind. He's like, oh, my God, the pitcher just hit a 2-run homer. What world are we living in? So that's pretty funny. That was pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool. We got another super chat from Jen. She listen. I can't award you the viewfinder, man. I got. All I can do is I got one, and I gave it away. All I can do is give you my love. Jen, I still think people will do double features this coming weekend, which helps Superman like the good old days at the drive-in. Yeah, Mark, what do you think of that? Double feature.
Yeah, I mean, remember they had Barbie and Oppenheimer. What do they call it?
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer. So yeah. I think that I see something super fantastic, or they're trying to merge the two together. But I think, as Tom Cruise was putting out those commercials, they were saying that when Hollywood is strong, it's good for everyone in the business, right? When people want to go back to the movies, so hopefully it'll encourage people to go see superhero movies, because we want good superhero movies, and it's just been such a down, depressing, sludge of stuff that we've been getting for the most part in the superhero realm. So Superman, I really enjoyed. Thought it was a great movie, fun, accessible, and it just opened up that whole universe again. It was just a total reboot, and as everyone has been saying, and you were saying, it's like a Silver Age movie, tribute to the Silver Age in a lot of ways. So love to see that. And
they showed a lot of Kirby love. What was his birth date? 8/28.
Yeah.
So it's Earth 828.
There we go. All right. Yeah, because the main Marvel universe is the 616 universe.
Yeah. So this is Earth 828, and they show the love again with Kirby at the end. They put a quote of his, and I think Klobby would have been proud. Okay. So I think what I think is, Jen, the success and goodwill of Superman is going to bleed into this movie. It's going to help this movie. Fantastic Four is not a downer of a movie, even though it's more grounded and serious in tone, and they don't put each other down. It's not that horrible MCU humor. There's none of that. There's actually, delightful humorous moments in the adventure. But there's no putting down of each other, which really, like, so yeah. So one of my dogs is. Where did we play a video for you yet? No, we didn't.
Oh, there you go. Play that again. Yep.
There we go. Let me talk to the chat. I'll be right back.
Sure. So so we've got Thunder's Wrath says, I'm watching F4 and JWR. Will never support DC, not a fan. Well, that's your prerogative, obviously. Yep. Queen says, Gunn Superman was too whippy. I guess I didn't think so. I think that one moment where he shed a tear, I think that was well earned, but it is a more depowered Superman, and from the Byrne era. And I think that kind of makes it easier to write for the character when he just can't get taken up by it's either kryptonite or something else. But I think that I thought the emotions were earned in that film. But your mileage may vary. Yep. Menelo says, hopefully the Hollywood worked through their deconstruction, nihilistic, emo, hot topic phase. Yeah, well. It all started with The Dark Knight Returns back in the 80s with Frank Miller with I love that comic book. It's phenomenal. Blown away when I read that. But that was supposed to be an Elseworlds tale and just something that was, not in the main continuity, but that kind of bled into everything. So you had Batman 89 that was more grounded and more realistic, quote unquote. He had all those wonderful toys, but it wasn't the campy 66 Batman, which I grew up loving, but it has its place. And so that movie, and then you got to see a more darker, more truthful to comics at that time, a version of Batman. But they've really gone crazy with the dark, depressing, not four color era, not Civil Age era. So I think you need that balance. So I think, and I thought, in my opinion, James Gunn did that. Maverick Pilgrim says saw Superman last night with the family. Walking in, saw the F4 poster, and my I guess that's your other MIL didn't know who they were. We saw an F4 trailer where it said, "Oh, that looks fun. Let's see it." Well, that's exactly before you left, Paulie, we were talking about. You want to pull people into that movie. That's why they have the movie trailers, right? Of course, we get a half hour of them now, but you want to say, "Oh, yeah, that looks good. Maybe I'll check this out." So that's encouraging. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for holding it down. My
No problem. Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, but your love ain't no Viewmaster. Hey, man. Darth comes in, Nerdrotic, the MCU, Star Wars is dead, and Me Your Money doesn't like Female Surfer and Pedro. I don't think Gary digs his politics, but we all think that he's a good actor, and we reiterated that after the movie yesterday. So, yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. But thanks for the comment. Carlos, Rachel agreed that was the top. Endgame closed the run, and it was already starting downhill from there. I mean, this again. So this movie is good, but MCU is still in trouble. So, all right. So, how do we want to go with this spoilerific section? Because we're gonna go spoilers. Could you want to do a thing where you're just asking me questions about the film and answer them?
Because I haven't seen it. Yeah.
I mean, do you want to do that?
Yeah, that'd be fun to do, right? Yeah.
Okay, I do have sections here as well. So I have the cast, I have the story, I have the pros, I have the cons, future. That's not really a spoiler. So where would you like to start off first?
Well, just how the do Ben and Reed obviously know each other? Did they go to college together? How do they set up the family dynamic? Is it kind of like the comic, or?
So I'm trying to remember if this is. It's a few years later, after they had gone to space, and they are who they are. So like Superman, they're like you're like in the world. They're already. It's not an origin story. And you do a really quick origin wrap up of them going into space.
Okay.
You never see the accident. You never see, that, but you hear about it, and it's told through the TV host who you've seen in trailers.
Oh yeah,
kind of like that what is it what's the guy's
the famous for the 60s the Beatles
host, the famous host.
And I'm forgetting who that. Yeah, but everyone was watching. So everyone's watching.
So
someone in the chat will help us out.
So Ben and Reed are our best friends. Reed calls him the best pilot, and you actually see the Thing being a kick-ass pilot in this as well. So
that's true to the comics, then.
Yeah. So that's
he's a test pilot. Yeah. So
that's
why he's piloting the spaceship.
Yeah. He's, so that's there. Because there's a quick voiceover it's the exposition drop, which I like. They did it very well, where Reed is kind of retelling how everything went down and how he got that crew together. It just so happens to be his best friend, his wife, and his brother-in-law.
That was all together.
That was really cool. So what else?
Well, it just so it just drops you right in. Yeah. So I guess Mole Man was mentioned in the non-peaked. I mean, how big of a role? I don't want to know too much in terms of spoilers, but how big of a role is Mole Man in there? I mean, I know they dropped Red Ghost now.
It's actually Mole Man is actually small on screen time, but significant.
Okay.
He's mentioned in the beginning, and then he does some action at the end, and he got some good laughs because it's that actor. There's really quick references as to who else they've battled during that time, right?
Okay.
And you see them saving different parts of different different here.
They do like a montage of like
really
like
cool
like in
montage.
Spider-Man when they did that. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That was really cool. That was really cool.
You still have some other cameos in there, maybe, but you don't have to spoil it. But
I'm trying to remember at the beginning.
They got to have Paste Pot Pete in there.
I'm trying to remember the beginning. I know later on Reed mentions that he's sectioned off New York, and over there is that mafia. Over there is this bad guy. Over there is that bad guy. And he's like doing it from his tower to the family. And then later on, you see some other quick villain cameos.
Okay, that's fun. Yeah, that's a good way to do it without crowding the movie.
It's definitely not crowding at all. And there was, and then was it Mole Man? Again, like it was such a small. It was a quick, fight and arrest. That's part of the backstory.
Okay.
But then he comes back again, because obviously he's in Subterranea.
He's living under and hopefully he's got the glasses or he can't see that well. I'm sure they don't make him look exactly like the comic book character, but he's kind of like the Penguin of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, no, there's that in there with the visor. Yeah. Pretty funny.
Oh, cool.
All right, what else?
Someone in the chat is asking, do they fight the giant monster from the cover of FF #1? That the Mole Man's creature that he brings out subterranean. Like a big kaiju.
Gosh, do they?
They might have shown. Did they show a flashback of that or?
There's some fights and they look really great, guys. And that's I'm sorry, that's where
that's all right.
I get lost. I mean, I think it's a great homage to the comics. Honestly, it's pretty cool, man. And that's my problem with the MCU is that this movie should have been out like this, like 10, 15 years ago. This is such a cool film. It really is. And in a way, it's superior to Superman because of that. That kind of that self-contained and paying homage to that, and the ensemble of these characters. Yeah, it's really good. My big problem is the villains, is Galactus.
So Galactus isn't in it enough, or just not fleshed out enough, or
it's not fleshed out enough. It's not fleshed out enough. And it was such an awesome intro to him when he first comes on the big screen. Very cool. That was amazing. That was amazing. That was really well done. Because they go and travel to try to talk to him and say, hey, don't eat our planet. I don't know where Mark went.
I was just getting something.
Okay. Oh yeah, there you go.
So there we go. Yep. Oh, we got another Frankie Ray here as the Herald. This is the the big huge Marvel HasLab of Galactus. So
yeah, that's killer, man.
Yeah, and this is of course Norrin Rad, the one true Silver Surfer. He always falls off his board. I got to glue him to the board, man. But this He's my buddy. Yep. So he's got quite a hunger. So, but that's disappointing to see because he's basically a force of nature, as they describe him later in the comics, and he's not really evil. It's just like a shark that's gotta eat or feed. So, he eats on planets, and
that's there too. That's there too. But there's a story curveball that even Gary was saying, like he's got problems with. With how, and of course he didn't like the female Silver Surfer. I didn't mind her, and I liked the business that she had with Johnny Storm. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was kind of endearing, and a nice little twist. So I didn't mind it. It was Galactus that as we went on, it bugged me, and that was my biggest con, was that it's a good film, it's very enjoyable, and you're loving the family, but the adventure, the payoff wasn't,
they didn't stick the landing so much.
At the end, you just were like, yeah, Rod's great. I didn't feel it.
Wow. Yeah, because that was a problem with the second FF movie, Rise of the Silver Surfer. They went with the ultimate FF with the Galactus cloud because they didn't want to show, that great Kirby design of Galactus. And it's and that's tough. The tough thing to do in a lot of these movies is sticking that third act. And
don't get me wrong, like they're all working to try to bring him down, and they devised a plan to get rid of him. And it was Reed Richards' idea. It's never Sue coming with the big ideas. What she did was push them along, and she had obviously an ulterior motive, which is to save her kid. So I like all that. I like how they're all working together, and there were some really cool things they do together. Clobbering Time has his moments. Everyone's got their moments. Again, it's Galactus.
So he does say it's clobbering time finally, right? Yep.
He does say
it, of course.
It was cool. But it's Galactus. He just would have eaten everybody and like piece them out. So, but his reason why he wants Franklin, I didn't like.
You didn't like that reason, yeah?
No, and I don't know if it's in the comic book or not.
Well, yeah, I kind of don't want to know, but I'll wait and I'll let you know when I see it. Yes.
All right.
But
all right. So so we're talking spoilers for the Fantastic Four steps. Again, it's a really solid film. There is, in my opinion, right? There's no girl boss woke thing happening, in my opinion. But my con was Galactus, the use of Galactus, and the female server. She was all right. It was. I know some people are gonna have a problem with it. Some people are gonna have a problem just because, Well,
I guess it sounds like they had a thing between Johnny and the female Silver Surfer. So I guess they went that route instead of having, Sue get attracted to the Silver Surfer when Ben, when they're married, I guess. So they it sounds like they kind of went with a love triangle, or not a love triangle, just a relationship there. That
it's pretty funny because Johnny's so infatuated with her, but it's a little deeper because he wants to learn her language, and he calls her a sexy alien. So that's kind of, that was good. Like all that worked. Worked.
Do you get any of her backstory? Do you know her?
Yeah.
You do get that backstory. Yeah.
Pretty quick, but yeah.
Pretty quick. Okay.
It's pretty good. It's pretty quick. You get the language, and he does Johnny. Well, while Reed Richards is working on saving the world, saving the planet, he works on learning her language. So that's pretty cool.
And someone's asking, Queen is asking, do they have the ultimate nullifier in the movie? And I guess tied into that is the Watcher in the movie?
No.
Okay.
No. Let me also just say thank you, Queen, for being here. The ending in Thunderbolts. If you guys didn't see it, we're going to spoil that. Thunderbolts are chilling in the Avengers Tower, and they get an alert. And they see they don't know who it is, but they see the Fantastic Four rocket speeding into the Earth's atmosphere, right? And it ends. That's on this movie. Spoiler, they don't ditch their own planet to save their own asses. So there's none of that. They stay and fight.
That was the rumor.
Yeah, which is an interesting twist, because once Earth knows what Galactus wants, a lot of them are like, why don't you give it up so you can save Earth? And at first there's a lot of tension there.
Oh, it's not that he's coming to eat the Earth. It's Frank. He's coming for Franklin Richards. I guess that's because originally he's coming just to munch on the planet because he hungers. So all right, that's a big switch up.
There's a switch.
That's a big switch, yeah.
Which the
needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one.
Right. So it gives Fantastic Four stuff to do, which is great. But I'm like, Galactus, oh man,
I mean, they should have had it. He's hungry. He's here, but then he also wants Franklin too for another ulterior motives. So that's why he comes to eat the Earth, but not just because of Franklin, because then that sets the F up in quite a quandary, right? I mean, that's like The Last of Us again too, right? Spoiler, of course, everyone knows the game. Yeah. He doesn't let them use what's her name in the Last of Us for the cure, right? But he dooms the world to save her because he loves her, right? So that's an interesting choice there. What would you do in that position, right? If you would you give up your kid to save the whole planet?
Right, and it's so what's cool about that for the Fantastic Four is that Reed has to go over every possibility, even the ones you don't want to hear, and they have that argument, and it's really cool. And he's like, that's why we are who we are. That's why I do what I do, is because I'm the one that thinks of the worst, terrible case scenarios to figure out how to stop it. Pedro's really good, man. I don't know what to that. That being said, they're all really good. So, and this was agreed upon by Gore, myself, Ing, and Gary. So it's not like, oh, well, Paulie's going to say that, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, I mean, I know you stopped watching Last of Us, but there was a flashback episode with Pedro, I think episode 6, and I stopped watching it too, but a phenomenal episode, and he just brings it home there. He's just, he's telling Ellie his story of she finds out, and it's just heartbreaking to watch. It's just so damn good. I mean,
yeah. And now, okay. So, all right. So now that being said, because he wasn't the leader, so to speak, he was leading, but Sue's agency and her story definitely took up space in this, right? That can't happen again in the next Fantastic Four. Right? You can't do the same thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's had their moments. It's like, okay, Reed, I was hoping to see his powers mentally being used as well, because didn't his powers also change the way he thinks?
Well, he was always a super genius, but in the comics, he's always working in the laboratory, and Sue's yelling at him, we've got to do family stuff now. And, that's when he would have a beard, when he'd, stay like 3 days in the lab on working on something, or the negative zone. I guess there's no negative zone in this movie.
No, but he's in the lab. They do show
the lab.
that. And there's There's some great moments. He's got some good moments, man. He's got some good moments, and people
And
don't
do
want
they
to
show
hear
him
it.
stretching a lot? I mean, because that's someone saying they did show him stretching in the trailer a few times.
Oh yeah,
Times Queen. So
there's some stretching, and there's something with Galactus that's really cool. Yeah.
Well, that's why he's Mr. Fantastic, right? So
Yeah. So I hope they make him the guy that leads the Avengers, because what's set up is that he's pretty amazing. Then they all are. I mean,
do they tie into Avengers Doomsday in any way, shape, or form, or do they set up the next movie?
Post-scene
So you do get a setup for that. Okay.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Very quickly. Yeah.
Well, do they have a young Doctor Doom in this, as you know, as a flashback, or anything with Doctor Doom? Because they were rivals in college, and then allegedly Reed screwed up his experiment. That's why it blew up, and none of that.
They don't have that at all. They don't have it all, which is kind of good, right? Because it's like, maybe they'll save it for the next story, or whatever.
Yeah,
relationships.
You don't want. Sometimes too much origin stuff can really slow a movie down too.
What was it at the end? Oh, okay. I don't think they showed it. So at the end, and this is before the credits roll, before the mid credit scene, which jumps 4 years in the future, the mid credit scene. So Franklin's 4. But before that, at the end, guys, they're back on that talk show, like the night, and he's presenting them with Franklin, Fantastic Five, and they open up the gate, and right before they open up, they get the alerts on their watches, so they open up the curtains and they're gone, and so they're like running out of like that Radio City Music Hall setting.
Is that in the trailer? That's the scene in the trailer,
right? Right. The alerts. Okay. So then they have the kid with them, and they're trying to get the baby seat thing in
the car.
And it's them 3, and she's looking on with like love and fondness, and she's trying to help them, but that's a great moment, dude. It is right at the end, and then they figure it out, and then they take off, and that's the end. So you don't know what the emergency is.
You don't know the emergency,
You don't know the emergency. You just know it's like, oh, alert. Really cool.
Red alert.
Red alert. All right, guys. Yeah. I was
gonna say my guy, the Thing. How he comes across pretty well in this movie.
Thing's amazing, man. Yeah, he's really cool, man. Oh yeah, you asked about the beard. Do you want the reason why the beard?
Yeah, you don't have to spoil it completely, but yeah, just there is a reason, right? Yeah,
so there's a reason, and the Fantastic Four has asked Earth, everyone, to conserve energy for what they have to do. That means everybody. So he can't use his power. He's got like a power thing to clip up.
But so he normally grows a beard?
So he shaves. I guess he normally shaves.
Oh, he normally shaves. Oh, God.
This is funny.
Ron Garney. Yep. So this is my I've been 3D printing the Thing here. So and this is actually a mask that you can wear. So this is just the primers on. I got to sand it and get that finished. But unfortunately, my head has too many rocks in it, so it's too small to fit in my head. But it's actually a mask that you can take apart, which is pretty cool, and put on, wear it. I should wear it to Comic-Con, but it's just a little bit too small. But this make a nice display. But yeah, so so you normally the Thing never shaves. I mean, he doesn't shave. That was
I mean, it's a bit. It's a bit. And him and Johnny, Johnny gives him, the Johnny Grim banter is on point. They're like brothers.
Yeah.
They're like
they are. Yeah, that's the dynamic.
And there is religion in it, like I told you, which was nice to see. Cynthia Carter says, "Yeah, I think it's fine for Sue to shine as Reed figures it out this time. but he needs to be the man in the next one. Having a family does actually tend to push both sexes to grow up if we let it. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that each family member kind of changes when the baby's born, and he's taking on the father, but he's also taking on trying to save the world, figuring it out, which none of the other ones are doing that. Everyone's trying to work their thing, but it is all Reed in that regard. And for people are just gonna have problems with this, guys, right? Her having a pregnancy, her having a birth. They obviously they don't show the birth, but they as far as anything gratuitous or anything like that, but it's there. People are gonna have a problem with that. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, it's in the comics, so it's not,
it is a wild point in the movie, but I think it's very powerful, very cosmic, as is childbirth. It's very beautiful, right? And again, I go back to that thing. It's like, it's nice to see sanctity, the sanctity and the preciousness of having a child being appreciated.
Oh yeah,
I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Again, the first family of Marvel, yeah. So
yeah, and they even said, because she shows in the pregnancy test positive, and he's like, how we tried for 2 years, like there's that whole thing. It was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, I would have maybe left Franklin for down the road and Galactus, but as long as they do the story justice and do it right, I don't have a problem with that. I still don't like the switch of the Silver Surfer, but I gotta see it too. But
I didn't like it either, man. I mean, she was fine, and
she's fine.
The banter with the thing, but you want the OG one.
Yeah,
and maybe you'll get it. Maybe you will get it. Rachel, too bad Endgame didn't introduce Reed Richards and Victor Von Doom as students at MIT and Bruce Banner as their professor. Gets him to help make the time machine.
That'd be cool.
I mean, there's only so much you can do, right? With these in movies. There's only so any chance Submariner will appear in this. Well, is not in this film, but isn't he going to appear in Avengers?
I mean, I think they have everyone in that movie that's been.
Which I think is a terrible idea.
And
I just don't like that event. I just don't like that Submariner. It was terrible.
Not anymore. Yeah, I turned when he came on the screen. I turned them. I never went to the movie theater to see it, and I wanted to see it was on Disney Plus. So I'm like, I'm going to start watching. Wanted to see the funeral for Black Panther, and then when he came on the screen, I watched a few minutes. I have to turn this off. I just can't take it.
Yep. They don't show the birth. How disappointing. No, they show the birth. I'm saying it's not graphic. No, it's very tasteful. And it's very powerful in the story. And Vanessa is incredible as Sue Storm. There's just people that are not gonna MCU. They're gonna MCU it, and then
Yep.
I don't agree with that. I think MCU is that girl boss, right? The Marvels, Captain Marvel. This is nothing. There's none of that in here.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean a woman can't be a hero. It's how it's handled. Like Rey, you're watching that first the Force Awakens, and like, oh God, what body parts is she gonna get sliced off in the final end of that? I'm like cringing. I'm like, she's got to lose here to Kylo Ren. She's get her arm cut off, or her leg, or something, and then she wins. Like, how does she win against a guy that's been training forever? So those are the kind of things when a character doesn't have character growth and an arc, and everything comes easy to them. That's what gets you mad. But Sue is a kick-ass character in the comics. I mean, she saved the day many times. So,
well, that's the thing. They're all saving each other.
Yeah,
they're all saving each other. So I think in a lot of ways, this is one of the best Marvel films in years. And I just, for me, I don't think the Galactus thing was a letdown.
That's a letdown. Yeah,
That's for me.
and that's an easy thing to get right too. I mean, you just follow Kirby, right? Follow Jack the King Kirby, and just go that route. So at least we got Galactus, though. So
Yeah, and maybe they
it
will.
looks cool.
Maybe they will, because he could totally return.
Yeah, I mean, he returns many times in the comics, and the famous trial of Reed Richards is over not killing Galactus, and there's a lot of, and the Watch is a huge part in the original comics in terms of saving the planet. So it looks like they went with a different direction, and but it is clearly a different universe, right? When you get there, it's
really different universe. Yeah,
it's completely different, and so sounds like they set that up pretty well.
Which is really weird, but what are you gonna do?
Well, they didn't have the rights to the FF when they started doing these movies, so it was Fox had the rights. So, I mean, Marvel canceled the FF comic for a number of years because they were so teed off they didn't have the rights, so they didn't want to promote the FF. So they ended the comic.
Yeah. Any closing? We're gonna wrap it up. Any closing thoughts or anything, Mark? Are you
just encourage. Oh yeah, I got my ticket for 5:00 on Thursday. I'm headed back early from Scout Camp. So just to see that movie. So looking forward to it. I've been waiting for years for another good. We've all said agree that FF should have been part of the Marvel Universe. These MCU films years ago. So encouraged to hear that you liked it. Rosa liked it. A lot of people are liking it, and maybe there's some things that I won't be too happy about, but overall, just it looks like they got Ben right, and they got the character dynamics right. And
those work. Knock it out of the park. Those knock it out of the park for sure. And again, thank you to all the people thank you to Jen for all your super chats. Much love to Jen. Maverick Pilgrim, thank you so much. And let's play that video one more time for you guys. Actually, we're probably gonna, it's also in the outro, but let's play the clip.
I'll never look at a glow stick the same way again.
We love you too, Jen. Thanks for being here. I will be back tomorrow. Regular mobile stream. We go vertical. How about you, man? What do you got going on, Mark?
Yeah. Well, I'll be away at Scout Camp for a couple days, and then I'll be back on Thursday. Go see the movie, and I guess Tom on Midnight's Edge is going to have a show, so hopefully I'll be able to pop on there. I think he's actually seen it earlier, so I'll be on that. And of course, Sunday Night Geekery will be 10 p.m. Eastern. Come on by, everyone. Maybe you can stop by too, Paul, if you have a chance. But we're going to be talking all things Fantastic Four and breaking it down, and just going over the movie. Even so, once I finally have seen it, and just looking forward to finally getting back to be able to give my view on it. Yep.
Yeah, you got a wrench. Put your channel link in the chat, man, and anyone get on over there. Members of the channel saying goodbye for now. Vincent, check out also our initial reaction with me and Rosa Parras. That video is doing really well. Again, it's. The video's doing well. We got other stuff on the channel. We got film reviews always. And thank you, Mark, man. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, no, it's great to be here. And it's God, we've been waiting a long time for this, so it's gonna be fun to finally see this movie. And I guess when you were there, they weren't selling like popcorn buckets, or because it's so you didn't see any of that.
No, I didn't see any of that.
You didn't see any of that, yeah. So
because it's a media night. So the only thing that we got was the Viewmaster, and we saw people dressed up, but that's about it. So when I go back Thursday, maybe I'll get something. Thanks, Cynthia. Thanks, Queen. Thank you to all the new people coming in, and make sure you guys are subscribed. We'll catch you the next time. Wherever you're at, keep your slant fuerte. Gracias. Here's my out of the. Well, actually, we're gonna spoil a little thing for Fantastic Four, but before we do, we have a Pedro Pascal sign.